minimal disruption to your day-to-day operations. Imagine a vibrant new look for your space, just in time for the new year. McFarland Painting handles every detail and are the experts who can bring new life to your walls and make your business shine. For a free estimate, just visit McFarlandPainting.com. Don't forget to mention Paul W. Smith when you reach out. McFarlandPainting.com. When industry leaders have something to say, they come here first, and they insist on speaking with Paul W. Smith on Focus, noon to 2. Stream 760 WSHOP live on demand or at WSR.com. If you know your business needs an access to the sound, I say tune in.
Call the meeting to order. A meeting of the Charter Township of Brownstown. The day is August the 19th, 2024 at 6 p.m. Let us all rise to pledge allegiance to the flag and the republic. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Clerk Brinker, will you call the roll, please?
Supervisor Smith,
Present.
Clerk Brinker here, Treasurer Eberth,
Here.
Trustee Allen.
Here.
Trustee Bariz is excused. Trustee Chapman.
Here.
And Trustee Killian.
Here. You have before you the regular board meeting minutes of July the 15th, 2024, and the special board meeting minutes of July the 30th, 2024. Chair will accept a motion to approve those minutes.
Motion to approve the regular board meetings of July 15th and the special board meeting of July 30th.
Motion's been made by Trustee Chapman. Is there support for the motion?
So moved.
Support by Trustee Allen. Is there discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Agenda approval.
Motion to approve the agenda for August 19th, 2024.
Motion's been made by Trustee Chapman. Is there
Support.
support by Treasurer Eberth? Any discussion, please? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Floor is open for public forum. Anyone wishing to speak, please step to the podium, say your name, and you shall be heard.
To the chair, if I can speak from here. Last week, we had an election, and I'd like to congratulate all those members who participated in that, and I hope that we can move forward in our community with all of the promises that we're going to fulfill in the coming year.
Any other comments? Public forum is closed. Agenda item, Resolution 2024-9 to accept the 33rd Judicial District Court Annual Financial Report for the year ending December 2023.
Motion to accept the court 33rd District Court report ending December 2023.
Motion's been made by Trustee Chapman. Is there support for the motion?
Support.
Support by Treasurer Eberth. Any discussion? Hearing none. Clerk Brinker, will you call the roll, please?
Chapman.
Yes.
Brinker, yes. Allen.
Yes.
Eberth.
Yes.
Killian.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes. Motion carries. Item 2 on the agenda. Resolution 2024-10, amending fee schedules.
Motion to approve the amending the fee schedules.
Support.
Motion's been made by Trustee Chapman, supported by Clerk Brinker. Discussion, please. Hearing none, Clerk Brinker, will you call the roll?
Killian.
Yes.
Eberth.
Yes.
Brinker, yes. Allen.
Yes.
Chapman.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes. Item 3, approval of offer to purchase MDOT Telegraph Road consent to grade rights, 21313 Telegraph Road.
Motion to approve the consent rights for 21313 Telegraph Road.
Motion's been made by trustee Chapman. Is there support for the motion?
Support. Discussion.
Support by trustee Allen. Discussion, please.
I had an opportunity to speak with Mr. Peters regarding this matter because it appeared that this agreement would expire on 7/12. But he explained to me that he has been in conversation with these folks and this extension is ours until we decide on what we're going to do. Is that correct, sir?
That is correct. I spoke with MDOT and we're working with them. So they've extended the time period given the approval process that we have compared to just a private property owner. And I would note as well, this parcel also had a listed ownership interest from the Brownstown Building Authority. And so we convened a meeting on last Friday of the Building Authority who also approved this agreement.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, Clerk Brinker, will you call the roll, please?
Killian,
Yes.
Allen,
Yes.
Chapman,
Yes.
Eberth,
Yes.
Brinker, yes. Smith.
Yes. Motion carries. Item 4, approval of offer to purchase MDOT Telegraph Road Highway easement rights, 21849 Telegraph Road.
Motion to approve the MDOT purchase rights of 21849 Telegraph Road.
Motion's been made by trustee Chapman.
Support.
Discussion.
Support, who did it come from?
Killian,
Killian, support by Killian. Discussion, please.
Same thing applies again to this one as well. It had an expiration date of 7/12/24. Under those same answers that Mr. Peters gave, I would concur with the motion all the way through.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, Clerk Brinker, will you call the roll, please?
Allen,
Yes.
Eberth,
Yes.
Chapman,
Yes.
Killian,
Yes.
Brinker, yes. Smith.
Yes, motion carries. Item 5, approval to pay SIMCOG annual dues.
Motion to approve.
Can we do A and B at the same time?
Yeah.
Yes, I'll support.
Okay, motion's been made to approve A and B in the dues. Motion's been made by Clerk Brinker, supported by trustee Chapman. Discussion, please.
To the chair.
Please.
I'm confused on the amounts because we're showing two. We never paid last year. Is that what we're saying here? And we're paying last year's and this year?
That is correct.
Through the chair.
Please.
Just for the minutes, the item A is 2023 annual dues in the amount of $4,495, and item B is 2024 annual dues in the amount of $4,877.
I will add to further discussion, going to the SIMCOG meetings is invaluable. The information, the partnership on things like sidewalks and plans to improve the quality of life in Brownstown Township, SIMCOG's a great partner. So this is money well spent. Any further discussion?
Through the chair.
Please.
Just to, again, I guess, add a little further. The reason that there are 2 years' worth of dues on here is SEMCOG had somehow entered the wrong billing contact information and hasn't billed us in 2 years. That's been corrected now.
It's free then. That's their fault.
We got free service since then, but unfortunately, the bills come due.
Through the chair. Thank you for that, Mr. Peters. I just wanted to expound on that. My office was just made aware of that error in July. So July 16th, we were just made aware of that. So
Thank you.
the error was not on our part.
Yeah, I just don't like seeing that kind of money go out the door and it makes
Yeah.
it looks like we missed a bill.
Yeah, no,
Right.
my office was just made aware of it in
No.
July.
No.
Thank you.
Very well. Any other discussion? Chair will accept the motion to pay SIMCOG.
I think you have.
Yep. I made the motion and Dave.
Oh,
supported
okay.
it.
Okay, all in favor signify by saying aye. That's right,
Aye.
we did discuss it. Hearing none opposed, motion carries. Department reports. A, Supervisor. Notice of publication to schedule a public hearing for the annual special assessment districts for September the 16th, 2024.
Motion, go ahead.
Motion to approve.
Support.
Motion's been made by Treasurer Eberth, supported by Trustee Chapman. Discussion, please. Hearing no discussion, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item 106A passes. Item 2, Human Resources. Approval to post and advertise a vacant DPW labor position.
Motion approved.
Motion's been made by Trustee Allen. Is there support?
Support.
Support by Trustee Killian. Discussion, please. Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 3, police authorization to award the bid to BBC Foundations and Flat Work for Brownstown Police Department concrete repair and replacement project in the amount not to exceed $45,474.30.
Motion to approve.
Support.
Motion's been made by Clerk Brinker, supported by Trustee Chapman. Does the board have any discussion?
To the supervisor.
Please.
The lowest bid is $10,000 less, and this is the lowest bid we're accepting. Did we add that as a, just in case, or am I missing something?
What we found with our concrete work is sometimes you start to cut back what you think is bad and find that it continues on unseen. So the extra 10,000 was simply to cover any unexpected costs that we might incur when we start digging it up.
Okay, thank you.
Any further discussion? Here now, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Item 4, police authorization to award the bid to Johnson Sign Company to repair and replace the Brownstown Police Department digital sign in the amount not to exceed $30,000.
Motion to approve the authorization for the bid for the sign, not to exceed 30,000.
Support.
Motion's been made by Trustee Chapman, supported by Clerk Brinker. Discussion from the board. Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 5, police authorization to release and send to auction 4 decommissioned Chevy Tahoes, police vehicles through Lieutenant Topton in coordination with Enterprise Fleet Services.
Motion to approve.
Motion's been made by Treasurer Eberth,
Support.
support by Trustee Chapman. Discussion from the board.
To the supervisor and through the chief. Is this the first time we've decommissioned using Enterprise?
Correct. And these were vehicles that we purchased prior to partnering with Enterprise. But we're looking to utilize their expertise and marketing to get the best value back to the township.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Good question. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Letter B, clerk. Budget amendment, 2024-16.
Motion to approve the budget amendment.
Motion's been made by Treasurer Eberth,
Support.
supported by Trustee Chapman. Discussion, please. Hearing none, all in, sorry. Clerk Brinker, will you call the roll, please?
Allen,
Yes.
Brinker, yes. Chapman,
Yes.
Killian,
Yes.
Ebert,
Yes.
Smith.
Yes. Motion carries. Item 2 is board information.
Motion to read and file.
Motion's been made to read and file by Trustee Killian,
Support.
support by Clerk Brinker. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Treasurer's report. Disbursements from July the 26th, 2024. A payment of utilities due to August the 5th, 2024, canceled board meeting in the amount of $20,161.73. Item B, regular payroll transfer for the pay of July the 19th, 2024, in the amount of $610,874.99. And item C, retiree insurance, August 2024, in the amount of $50,110.72.
Motion to approve.
Motion's been made by Clerk Brinker. Did I hear support from Trustee
Support.
Chapman?
Yes.
Thank you. Clerk Brinker, will you call the roll, please?
Chapman,
Yes.
Killian,
Yes.
Brinker, yes. Allen,
Yes, I have a question.
Please.
And listen, I'm looking at two different sheets here, and I just want to make sure I got it right. One has 550, and then you read off 610. So I just want to make sure that the one I'm reading is the correct one. Was there correction made? July 19, 24, I get one that says 610, 874. And in my packet, I have one that says 550959.
I think 610 should be the right one.
Yes, the 610,
610 is
this-
correct.
as the supervisor read, it is correct.
Yes.
Okay, I'll just draw a line for this. Thank you.
Ebert,
Yes.
Smith.
Yes. Motion carries. Number 2, disbursements for August the 5th, 2024, in the amount of $1,869,097.49. No meeting due to election of August the 6th, 2024.
Motion for the distribution for August 5th, 2024.
Motion's been made by Trustee Chapman. Is there support for the motion?
Support.
Support by Clerk Brinker. Discussion? Hearing none. Clerk Brinker, will you call the roll, please?
Killian,
Yes.
Chapman,
Yes.
Ebert,
Yes.
Brinker, yes. Allen,
Yes.
Smith.
Yes. Motion carries. Passes, sorry. Item 4. Request permission to obtain Brownstown's 2024 right of refusal property from Wayne County Treasurer for the total amount of $3,871.02 for the following parcels. A, 70-172 -01 -0071 -000. B, 70-172 -01 -0072 -000. And C, 70-172 -01 -073 0073, sorry, -000.
Motion to approve properties A, B, and C.
Motion's been made by Trustee Chapman. Is there support for the motion?
Support.
Support by Trustee Killian. Discussion. Hearing none, Clerk Brinker, will you call a roll, please?
Allen,
Yes.
Hebert,
Yes.
Chapman,
Yes.
Killian,
Yes.
Brinker, yes, Smith,
Yes, motion carries.
through the chair.
Please.
We missed item C3, so we'll have to go back to item C3.
See,
C3, the retiree.
19th Monday, 1,000,000.
Where it says disbursements for the meeting of August 19th.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
That's okay. A lot of numbers on there.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, item 3, disbursements from meeting of August 19th, 2024. In the amount of $1,713,048.49.
Motion to approve the disbursements from August 19th, 2024.
Motion is made by trustee Chapman,
Support,
support by clerk Brinker. Discussion on that motion?
through the chair, just to clarify, that amount is with 9 cents instead of 49 cents. $1,713.48
Okay,
There's a lot of numbers on there.
sorry.
That's okay.
Any other discussion? Clerk Brinker, will you call the roll, please?
Brinker, yes. Allen,
Yes.
Chapman,
Yes.
Hebert,
Yes.
Killian,
yes.
Smith.
Yes. Item 5, board information.
Read and file.
Support.
Motion's been made to read and file by trustee Allen, supported by trustee Killian. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Letter D, Community Services Department. Under number 1, rezoning of 23259 Sibley Road, parcel number 70-028-99-0002-01, and part of parcels numbers 70-028-99-0001-000 and 70-072-99-003-001.
I make a motion to deny this, and I will give a full explanation as to why, once I have support.
I have support.
Motion's been made by trustee Allen to deny, supported by trustee Chapman. Discussion, please.
To concur with the planning commission and deny the rezoning of portion of the property I-1 to I-2, the applicant failed to demonstrate compliance with the criteria provided in section 24.4 of the Brownstown ordinance. The reason for said denial is based upon the following non-exhaustive reasons. The master plan and future land use map identify property as single-family, residential, intermediate, lot residential. 2, there is currently residential land use and/or zoning to the north, south, and east of the property. 3, the applicant's materials do not include evidence that a reasonable return on investment can be achieved under the current zoning. 4, I-2 zoning shows, I-2 zoning allows the most intense use of the township. There is no other I-2 properties in the township that abut residential zoning on the township zoning map. The rezoning of the property 5 will very likely add increased air, noise, and light pollution. 6, the rezoned property very likely would add additional traffic congestion and safety concerns on Sibley Road. For those reasons, the planning commission denied, and I made that recommendation as well.
For the record, I concur with trustee Allen's comments. Any further comments?
Through the chair. I also agree with trustee Allen and attended the planning commission meeting where they did in fact deny this. And there was a lot of support from the community as well to deny this for those reasons.
Okay. As much as the motion has been made and denied, Do we need to proceed with it? Anything else?
Vote?
Nope. Okay.
We got to vote.
Yeah, we vote on
Oh,
the denial.
his motion is
His
denied.
motion is to
Yeah,
deny.
okay.
Yep. So we vote on the denial.
Okay, all in favor of denying the motion?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion is denied. Okay, item 2. Final preliminary site plan approval for parcel number 70-033-99-005-705.
Motion to approve.
Support.
Motion's been made to approve by trustee Allen, supported by trustee Chapman. Discussion on that motion.
Just that the middle number was 0005. 3 zeros.
3-0. Okay. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? As have it, so ordered. Item 3, board information.
Motion to read and file.
Motion been made to read and file by trustee Killian,
Support.
support by trustee Allen. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item E, recreation, no report submitted. Item F, public works. Number 1, request to approve water and sewer rates increases.
Motion to approve the water and sewer rate increases.
Motion's been made by trustee Chapman. Is there support for the motion?
Support.
Support by Clerk Brinker. Discussion, please.
Through the chair.
Please.
Just as a point of reference on this, the rate increases were recommended by Plant Moran after their water rate study in order to be able to keep up with the pass-through charges from Shuva, DUA, the Great Lakes Water Authority, as well as adequately invest in our water and sewer infrastructure.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Number 2, request to improve increase for overtime of water and sewer service calls.
Motion to approve.
Support.
Motion's been made by Clerk Brinker, supported by trustee Chapman. Is there discussion on this motion?
To the chair, I would just only ask, what kind of overtime are we talking about? Is it on-demand overtime, or is it something that's going to be regular?
So this isn't actually overtime for our guys. This is if you have a water break in your house and you need an emergency shutdown or something like that, where we charge them for our guy going out and taking care of them.
And we call that the OT service call.
Yep, it's a service.
So
call.
it's, that fee's going to 85 to 100.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
It's the only one that we actually needed to change out of the list of, I think, 10 of them or whatever on there.
To the chair, that's paid by the resident.
Yep.
Thank you.
Does that exhaust the questions?
Thank you.
No further questions? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Township manager update.
Good evening again, everyone. Tonight, I just wanted to spend a few minutes to talk about this past weekend, our Brownstown Summerfest. Obviously, we had a very busy few days, a lot of work that went into preparing and executing that. It's hard to estimate crowds, especially with how spread out all of the different events were. But in talking with our event organizers, with police, and trying to come up with a good estimate, we were guessing on Friday night we probably peaked somewhere around 8,000 to 10,000 people at a peak, and then obviously throughout the day on Friday and Saturday and Sunday, thousands others came and enjoyed our campus and enjoyed the events going on. And so I thought it went well. A little bit of rain on Saturday didn't dampen any spirits. And it was just a great opportunity to showcase our community and try to provide a little bit of a different flavor of a summer festival than maybe some of the others in the area. It was good to see our board and a lot of our commissioners there enjoying and helping. I didn't want to get too much into recognizing individuals just because there were so many people involved in making this done or getting this done. I'm sure I'll miss somebody, but there were some people that I wanted to specifically call out who were instrumental in this festival. First is Sue Trussell. Sue put all of her energy into this over the last few months, and the event would not have been what it was without her. And unfortunately, she was unable to attend herself, but she just did a fantastic job planning that, along with Justin Green from GLP, the company that helped us. He just does a great job kind of taking these concepts and ideas and bringing them into reality. He stayed on site the entire time to help troubleshoot, make sure everything went off, and he just does great work. I also wanted to note all of the community groups that were involved. I think something that made this event special is it wasn't just one group putting it on. It wasn't just an event planner. It was really a confluence of all sorts of groups from the community, including our Kiwanis, our Rotary, the Recreation Commission, our Historical Society, the Goodfellows. I'm sure there's others. I don't want to get into names because of that, but all of the groups that came together to help make little individual events just special, something offering for different people in our community, made it feel like a small town community fest, as well as our DPW laborers that were on site. They hustled to keep everything clean, organized, switching from all these events, a lot of setting up, breaking down to move on to the next thing, and that took a lot of effort on their part, and just they were great, constantly moving, and did a great job all weekend. And our public said enough about how much they did for this event. Our command center was well staffed with police and fire. I thought everything just was great from the standpoint of communication, from having a plan for traffic, for parking, and in executing that plan. And then additionally, I mean, obviously, they also volunteered and helped in a number of capacities around the festival. Playing in their softball game, which I won't bring up the score of.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
police had a pretty good showing in that game. Just all of the activities they were involved in officially and maybe, not officially, just to help the event. And I wanted to also recognize the Downriver Detroit Cadets, who are the group that came in to volunteer their time to assist with parking, working with our police department. They did a great job all weekend. And I can go on, but suffice it to say, I'm just proud of our community. I'm proud of how much our staff stepped up to do what needed to be done to make this a success. Just keeping things running smoothly, helping people that needed assistance, and just, having a chance to, while working, still enjoy each other's time together, enjoy the event. We'll be meeting over the next week or so just to debrief with everybody on how things went. I think this is something we'd like to continue. I thought it went very well, and it's something that was well received by the public. I think we'd like to continue it. We all kind of have some lists going of some ideas we have of how we could improve, and we'll be getting together to talk about that and talk about what we need to plan for the next year. But for now, I guess I just wanted to spend a couple minutes talking about the event and just be grateful for how well it went, and how thankful we are for all of our staff just doing a great job to make this happen.
And it was virtually incident-free.
I didn't mention that, but
Yeah.
it was absolutely incident-free outside of a call to public safety because someone lost their keys. I mean,
Yeah.
incident-wise, was nothing, which is phenomenal.
It's a
And
great testament to the community.
absolutely.
Through the supervisor, everything Brian said, I'd say is it was excellent. It was absolutely top notch. The crowds were great. I sent the video of the bands and, the two friends in other communities, and a couple of them thought I was at Pine Knob, and they thought the bands were some, big name bands. They're like, "You got Van Halen there?" It's like, no, it's not Van Halen. but it was top quality entertainment. The crowds were great. I saw every board member there. I don't, my wife, it's unique to Downriver. What we did, I didn't do anything. I enjoyed it. But what all those volunteers and the workers did, it's really unlike anything downriver. It was a nice family atmosphere. It was great entertainment. I mean, excellent job all around, everything from parking, people directing you where to park. It was easy to get in and out. The beer tent, the food choices, the chairs, you had plenty of seating and the entertainment and the drone show. It was the first time I've seen anything like that. Maybe I'm my age, but that was great. So thank you, everyone. People watching next year, you want to be there because it's really top notch.
To the chair.
Please.
I, along with Mr. Ebert, enjoyed the festival, and I wanted to call out police and fire, massive presence, and help for all the people was there. I had a friend that was one of the vendors, and unsolicited, they told us that, my wife and I, that they've never seen such support out of the recreation department. They were really impressed with the support they got for any needs that they had. And I too experienced the cadets, and I was kind of impressed with that. I think we need to do something of that nature here in Brownstown. I know they were out of Wyandotte, I believe, but I really enjoyed the festival and all the supporting casts that got it to the point where it was. Thank you.
To the chair,
Please.
I think that I have two small dash hounds, and they weren't happy. We went home a little early. We couldn't stay for the fireworks because it was just too much noise for them. But overall, it was very successful. But I do want to touch on the fact that building up to the festival, we did have a Senior Olympics here. And Brownstown, of 504 participants, took 156 medals, 92 gold. So I'm bragging. I'm in that number too. So that was the buildup that built us to this, and I hope that we can do this again and again and again and again, so that folks will come to our community and say, "Hey, I like Brownstown," instead of driving through Brownstown to go to Trenton or some other place. So it was really great, and kudos to all the staff. I thought I was in Detroit almost because there was so much police presence. Okay, and they were everywhere doing what they needed to do. Even though we did have the one incident where a board member wasn't feeling well, and they responded and took care of that too. So again, to everybody who participated in it, every volunteer who participated in it, thank you. Thank you.
On the point you made on the Senior Olympics, wasn't the closest city 63 a total?
No, I think it was less than that. I got the numbers here. If you give me a minute.
But I think a 90-something goal, right?
92 goals.
Yeah.
Well, and through the chair, I think that's something that we usually do, and I think we should do again, is get all those numbers and take some time to recognize those medal recipients, including two of our board members who golfed good enough to get gold.
The closest is 28.
28?
You're on time.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
And some of those, they tied for first.
We had a similar score with the police and fire.
Oh.
Sorry, Chief.
Oh. Well, it was good the police were there for a murder scene. Anything else?
That's it for tonight.
Okay.
Great. Motion to close? The meeting?
Motion's been made to adjourn by trustee Chapman. So moved by trustee Allen. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We're adjourned.